My grandfather built this house in the 1950s. I lived here as a kid from 1976 to 1988. This is my old bedroom window that has been in this condition for as long as I can remember. It is truly the worst case, yet best scenario for a re-rot repair. It's a very hot 98-degree day here in South Carolina today. Prime conditions to show you how re-rot performs in the heat. On a day like today, once mixed, my pot life or working time of this epoxy will be greatly reduced. But I have everything ready and I'll have plenty of time to pour it and for it to settle deeply into the rotted apron board before it gels. I've made a duct tape dam at the front of the window apron to make sure all the epoxy stays within the rotted apron board. Although this old board is basically just a pile of sawdust all holding hands, I want to turn it into a solid piece of epoxy. As the epoxy starts to gel, you can hear the epoxy curing. Hear it? It is building heat as it cures, so much so that it is actually smoking. All this is a perfectly normal curing reaction in hot summer temperatures, and it is actually what I want to happen. So, the flowable pour is now on the downhill side of the exotherm. It is no longer crackling, but it is still smoking. It's hot. I'm going to make and apply the spreadable filler on top of the hot flowable pour now though, because this heat will help the filler dry very fast. The filler will get so warm so that I know it will swell and foam some. I will purposely not fill the cavities full because of this. Let's make sure the flowable pour made the apron board solid like it needs to be. With such a rough rotted surface, I'm pretty sure I'll have to make a second, very small filler mix in order to get a smooth, paintable surface. I can't express to you enough how important it is that you thoroughly sand the slick epoxy surface away with a very coarse 40 to 50 grit sandpaper, as most paints need a very matted surface in order to bond properly. The dark brown areas are the low spots that will need a second filler coat